What's good, people? What's good, people? Big Rich here from the Big Rich Live on the Mic Radio Show, and welcome to this installment of the Big Rich Movie Review. Like I always I start off thanking you guys, the fans, the subscribers, for sticking with us. The views, it's up and down. You guys are telling me about your viewership, what you actually like and what you don't like. So I hear you, and I'm trying to make certain changes so it be more of an even tone. You can't please everybody all the time, but what you want to do is you want to give an even keel so everybody gets a little bit of something that they like, stuff like that. So keep them coming, keep the views coming. I appreciate it. We're working with a marketer from Fervor.com who is helping us push this channel out to millions and millions of people. Just started a couple of days ago, and we already got 100 new subscribers, which I'm ecstatic about. Remember I told you our goal for the end of this summer is 3,000. So we sort of plateaued at like 1376. I think we got 1480, something like that now. So, I'm really appreciative to the good hard work that they're doing. So if you need any type of marketing help or anything like that, go to Fervor.com and check it out. It's inexpensive, and they do really, really good work. I mean, you have everything in there. Also want to thank people who liked our new Facebook page for our new photography and videography production company, Behind the Lens Productions, on Facebook. We already got, the page has been up like a week and a half. We already got 120, 130 likes and subscribes. I surely appreciate that. For some reason, a lot of people are saying it's kind of hard to find because the username, for some reason, we can't change that. So it's kind of screwy as far as that concerned. So we're trying to work with Facebook, which I can't stand Facebook, but Facebook is here to stay. So we're trying to work with them to figure that out. So if you can't find it, try to find me, Rich Bailey, and then I'll direct you in there. But keep it coming. I appreciate everything that you guys do for us. And without you, there is no me. That's just basically what it is. So remember, I had said anybody who is a veteran, if you will, of this platform know that I said on the Saturday show of What's the Real Deal? No, What's the Real Deal came on Friday. A Big Rich Live on the Mic. I said that we were going to the movies by the time you were actually viewing the episode, the radio show. Well, we wind up not going. We just hung out for the whole weekend. The wife wasn't feeling the best, so we just wind up chilling, which that's fine by me. It don't take much to have me lay up and knock out some things here in the studio in my office, or just lay up and kick up and watch TV and stuff like that. So I didn't go see that. So you might be like, well, Rich, what are you going to review? Well, I'm actually not going to review a movie per se. I'm going to talk about the Twitter storm that happened about the teaser trailer for the Black Panther. The Black Panther is a comic book movie put on by Marvel and Disney of an African-American superhero / king of a fictional country in Africa called Wakanda. And the teaser trailer came out the other day over the weekend, up against or during the NBA championship game, and it just blew up. Let me say that I grew up reading comic books. I no longer read comic books now because I took, by me being in the military overseas and then being a cop for so long, I really didn't have enough time to keep up with them. So I have not bought, that's a lie. I did buy the first edition by Ta-Nehisi Coates of the Black Panther. That was like the first comic book that I've ever bit or that I bought in the last, let's say, 20 years. I think that's how long it's been. But if you go into my garage in the attic, I got about 4,000 comic books. I need to one day just sit down and go through them. I know there's a lot, you know, the original Secret Wars, the original Civil War, the Death of Superman. I know I got some bread up in there, so the longer I just keep it in there, all in plastics and all that type of stuff, the longer I keep it, maybe I can give that to my daughter for her wedding gift so she can cash in and get thousands of dollars and stuff like that. But I've enjoyed comic books. I love and enjoy comic book movies. I've gone to the movies to watch comic book themed movies since Val Kilmer was Batman, and before that, when the guy who played and it just escapes my mind, Michael Keaton. He was the first Batman in motion pictures. You know, no, Alan West was the first one, you know, to play Batman, but that was on TV. But from then to Blade to everything that goes on now, the only movie that I have not seen is Batman versus Superman. And I've explained that before. And I know that was one of the Big Rich Live episodes why I didn't go see that movie. So I need to first preface that by this whole this whole show I'm going to do. Okay. A lot of people are pissed off about the teaser trailer and images that were in it. And I'm just talking about black people. You know, yes, I have a large Caucasian subscribership. I have a large Hispanic and Asian viewership. But I can only talk about my people who look like me, because it's both spectrums. And I feel that people have gone over the line and overboard on each side of the spectrum. You have people who just love the trailer, didn't have any problems with it, was able to throw out the good, throw out the bad, keep the good, you know, just laud over this. And then you have people who wanted to pick it apart and had a problem with everything. I fall in the middle because although I overall like the trailer and I will go see the movie, I will be in the theaters maybe that Thursday night showing, maybe Friday night showing. Me and the wifey, we will be in there Black History Month next year. I will go see the movie. But there were certain parts of the trailer and there's certain parts of the movie that I had particular problems with. Really just one thing. But we're going to discuss some of the other problems and why I don't particularly have a problem with them. I'll say my problem. My main problem was the picture or the section of the teaser trailer, because I can't play the teaser trailer here because they'll flag it, and you know I can't have them doing that. I hate when people try to do that. But there's a section, go see it. It's still, you know, Marvel Studios has it up. Everybody else, a lot of other people have it up. You know, they either have permission from Marvel or maybe Marvel's not jumping on their behinds for copyright infringement and all that type of crap. I'm just not going to be that type of person. I'm not taking that chance. But there was a section within the teaser trailer, maybe towards the middle, where they had, I think it's a male, in almost what appeared to be a lime green or maybe a little bit darker than lime green suit on with a big ass green plate in his mouth, on his lips, right? And I just had a problem with that. And I tell you why I had a problem with that. First of all, I'm not one to shy away from our heritage, our culture. There are to this day tribes in the dark continent, in the African continent, that's what they do. The bigger the plate, either in your ear, your nose, your mouth, the bigger the plate, the bigger status you have within the tribe. I understand that. And it is what it is. But my thing was, I just felt that it was a bad look, because what it does, in my estimation, is it allows more stereotyping of all black people. Because see, that's the thing. A lot of people don't like to realize that or really acknowledge that, is that when you see something negative and it has a black connotation or a black face to it, all black people are like that. to certain people's minds. When you see something good and it has a black face put to it, it is that person's exceptionalism. You follow what I'm saying? So I just felt that it just was a bad look. Now, I feel that they shouldn't have did it, but that's not going to stop me from watching the movie. That's not going to stop me from damning this movie without seeing what context that was put in and how it is portrayed, how it's laid out. You feel me? That's my thing. So that was my only issue. Now, you had other people, the Jason Blacks, the Professor Truths. I respect these brothers. I listen to them. I don't always agree. And to me, I like that. You know what I'm saying? If you agree with somebody with everything that they say, there might be something wrong with you. There might be something wrong with you. And if you disagree with everything somebody say, despite factual evidence that they might be telling the truth, then I think there's also something wrong with you. Equally something wrong with you. So sometimes I'd be like, well, Jason, I feel you on that, brother, but I don't go that far. Or Professor Truth, you throwing haymakers and that's cool. I'm with you. I got your back, but that's where I have to break off. You follow what I'm saying? But I always respect them brothers, and I'm always in their corner, and I hope that if they ever hear this, they'll be in my corner also, despite having some differences in this video I'm doing, right? So their problem, and it wasn't even just them, it was a lot of people, but listening to Jason's commentary today, and then Professor Truth's commentary yesterday, and then again today, he did 2 essays. I got from them and the Twitter people that I was going back and forth with is that the spears, the grass skirts, and the names, like one of the villains, I don't know if they're going to call him that, but one of the villains is named White Ape, right? Or something like that, right? I can't, vernacular, I don't know. Something like that. But he is a black guy wearing a white ape's skin, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like fur. It's crazy, right? I do remember the bad guy from the comic books, but when I was reading it, I'm like 12, 13. You know what I mean? You really don't know what's going on. You really don't understand, you know what I'm saying, what's happening. But they had a problem with those because, again, like I said before, I think I said it before, but Wakanda is supposed to be, and it's a fictional kingdom, but it's supposed to be the most advanced nation in the world. So you ask yourself, okay, if it's supposed to be the most advanced nation in the world, then why at 2017, instead of AR-15s and stuff like that, or stuff that they use or they made, why they have to have spears and loincloths and plates in their mouths and stuff like that? That is just an embarrassment or something to put out there to make us look like savages. Okay, I can see that point. I don't know if I was willing to go that far to that's what the meaning was, but I can see where somebody would say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit up there and just say, oh, man, you just off base. But my thing is this, and this is just me. If the spears are ceremonial, meaning the Dora Milaje, who are the bodyguards of the king, they stand with spears or staffs. Now, if they all ninjas, if they're all great in hand-to-hand combat, like the Black Panther T'Challa is supposed to be, well, then I can sort of understand them having staffs or spears in lieu of guns. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could sort of see that because you think about it. If the Yakuza or the Triad, even though it's not that way, but let's just say, the Oyobon, right? If he had his Death Squad, right? And they was just ninja, samurai born or just ninja warriors, they might not have it either. So, okay, let's just move. Again, you could say that I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know. I really don't know. So let's just say I'm just telling you how in myself, how I would process it to be like, okay, if it's ceremonial, okay. If like when with the plate, if it's a ceremony, you know what I'm saying, where they're paying homage to African culture in the past and stuff like that, okay. If it's something every day, then I might have a problem with that. But I don't know. A lot of people have also said something about Forrest Whitaker and the witch doctors. Why ain't they this, that, and the third? Well, if you go and look at like Camelot and stuff like that, even Thor, you have witchcraft, you have Merlin, like magicians and wizards and stuff like that. I mean, what's the difference? It's just that this one looks like a witch doctor and this one doesn't. Again, I'm not giving anybody a pass, but I'm just saying I expect to see something like that because when you go to Africa and you out in the bush, this is sometimes what you see. And we don't even know if it's a witch doctor. Who knows? I mean, it could be some type of hoodoo, but okay. What happens when you go to certain parts of Jamaica? If you go to certain parts of Haiti and you see this type of thing? Again, we're taking a 2-minute, I think it was like 2-minute excerpt, and then we're making large judgment. But again, I'm not shitting on anybody who's saying that that's a bad look, because I've already said the green plate, that's a bad look to me. I wish that they didn't put it in there. I really did. I'm hoping that it's cleaned up towards February when we go see the movie. I'm hoping it's cleaned up or it's put in a proper context, and it does look like, God dang, all we look like is a band of poor, ignorant, spear-chucking monkeys, which is a stereotype. Which is, if that's the case, I got a issue with Ryan Coogler, with the I can't even remember the dude's name, is a brother who wrote the screenplay. Now, again, Jason Black said it, and I agree with 100%. Yeah, a brother might have wrote the script, but Kevin Feige is the one. And he also, again, Jason Black, he also brought up something, which this might be one of the reasons why Ava DuVernay did not take the job. Now, she got a whole lot more stature than Ryan Coogler did. And Ryan Coogler's trying to get his hustle on. I ain't mad at him. As far as you know, anybody who knows Ryan, Fruitville Station, one at the Independence didn't make a whole lot of money, but it put him on the map. Creed won awards. He didn't win awards, neither did Michael B. Jordan, but I love that movie, and now he's in the big time. So you have to be like, hey, look, is a predominantly black cast. It's a black director, it's a black screenwriter. We have to at least support them. Now, we don't support them at the detriment to our people. I'm not advocating that. But what I'm saying is I understand both sides of the story. Now, these people, what they call, Jason them call comic book coons and geeks and nerds and stuff, going totally overboard trying to white-splain stuff, and I think they full of shit also. So that is not, I'm not on their side either. I've said what I wish that they would take out of the movie. And you also got to think about it. There's been many of occasions that you have seen whole scenes inside the teaser trailers and the regular trailers, but never saw them in the movie itself. So who knows? Maybe we put up enough stank. Maybe they'll move that out. But again, if it's integral to the story, I'd have to check it out and I have to see. And I'm the furthest from a coon as there ever have been. You feel me? So I understand where it's a slippery slope. And I understand the fact that we should not have the dominant society explaining our heroes or putting our heroes up. But the fact of the matter is, we didn't have any black superheroes until the 60s, right? And he's one of the most predominant African Americans themed, if you will, heroes we have. I mean, we have Iron Man, the Black Lightning is DC. Did I say Iron Man? I said Iron Man. Yeah, Iron Man. Everybody thinks that Tony Stark has been the only Iron Man. No. For a good chunk, including what I feel the best storyline Marvel ever put out was Secret Wars. James Rhodes was Iron Man. So I'm not trying to get off on the geek trans or anything like that. I just want to keep the dialogue going. We can disagree without being disagreeable and call each other names and stuff like that. I'm open to other people's interpretation about this movie. I'm not going to sit up there and drop to the altar of Marvel, Disney, especially not, or Kevin Feige. I have to try to give my support to Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, these people who have been put on, Lupita Nyong'o, all of these actors who are trying to establish themselves in a dominant society or white dominated industry. You feel me? So I just wanted to put my sense out. You guys asked a lot. We chopped it back and forth on social media all today and most of yesterday. So I figured, I was like, you know what? I didn't do a show yesterday because we didn't go to the movies. So I said, you know what? Instead of going back and forth with 140 characters, I'm going to use about 20, 23 minutes, and I'm going to explain my position as far as that concerns. So I hope I made my positions clear enough, and whether you agree or disagree, you respect them and we keep it moving. I'm always willing to learn other things, and you move forward. I'll end it on this. Jason Black had a idiot. He's just a young ignorant. Coon, he just young. Just had him on the show, and he was just going on and on and on and on about, Black Panther. And then Jason was asking, he said, okay, well, tell me something about the real Africa. Tell me something that you know about. And he really couldn't answer. So I tell you, that hit me because I know a lot about Africa. I know a lot about African culture. I just found out what my DNA background is. I'm going to know a lot more, about the Congo, about the Ivory Coast, about, Benin, all of those types of things that I'm actually conducting my research to find out about my ancestors in that area. But the fact that he didn't know anything in particular about the Dark Continent, a continent that his ancestors came from, it hit me, and it's like, if anybody does, if you want to learn anything from that, Tim, in my opinion, is that you need to learn something about the continent that you came from. You notice I didn't say the country you came from. A lot of people want to say, oh, well, I'm from Africa. Well, that's just like me saying I'm from North America. Yeah, I'm from North America. I was born in North America. But what part? Canada, United States, Mexico? You feel me? So you should know, if you're this color, I'm starting with, remember I told you, if you're this color, you need to know about Africa, period. You need to do your research about Africa and then teach everybody else. So then at one point in time, maybe not in my lifetime, maybe my daughter's lifetime, everybody will know the wonders that was made, developed, and then stolen from the people of Africa. Okay? So that's the end of my show. Sorry about this. Sorry about yesterday. Like I told you, we didn't go to the movie, so I couldn't put a regular one up. I shall see you guys tomorrow for What's the Real Deal, the Hump Day show. So in the meantime, in between time, stay blessed, stay safe, stay woke, peace, and I'm out of here. Yeah.